Now come back home. Now make we start to dey look wetin the object and how we fit even dey use object for inside JavaScript code. If you don dey watch the other videos, you go don see say we don already dey work with objects small small. But I tell you now say everything for JavaScript na object. So that means say JavaScript object dey very important for you to understand. So wetin I mean by object? I just mean say if you get variable and you wan store many values for inside that one variable, you fit use object. So make we look at an example for here. If I wan create an object, I could just say I wan create const and make we create an object of phones, for example. So I go say phone. And this phone, make we assign am to curly brace for there. Now, as I don assign am to curly brace, na object, right? And then make we say this phone object, it get different properties and it get different methods. So wetin I mean by properties and wetin I mean by methods? I just mean say the property of this phone go be say e get the way e different from the other phones wey dey around. So if I say I wan create a phone property or a phone object now, and I wan give am a name, for example, I go say, okay, make this object, make it get a name. I'll say phone name, make una no dey confused. So I go just say phone name, and then this phone name now, I'll come give am a name. So I'll fit say Samsung. So if I use Samsung like this now, this phone name go be Samsung. If I say, okay, what other property this one get? If you say the model, and then I go just say model. So if you just say the model could just be Galaxy, for example, I'm going to say Galaxy Z itself. So we can say Galaxy Z. And this Samsung Galaxy Z, waiting again we want. Maybe we want to add the price to the price of this phone. So make we say, comma, and then we go just write price. This is not the key, remember? And then we go do colon. And after that colon, we go come write the price. The price will be string, the price will be number. But since you go to do calculation, right? On top that number, on top the price, you go fit dey increase the price, dey reduce the price if stock go up or stock dey up or down. At that time, you go come make the price number, right? Because you no go fit dey calculate strings. So you go make sure say the price go be, make it be 1,500. Make we use them in dollars. Now, this $15 now, where we get for here. No need put the sign for here, right? But don't worry about that. So we can just say the price now, 1,005. Maybe we say, okay, we want to add more properties. Like say we want to make them, it gets other colors, for example. So let's say every phone now, they make them green, red, blue, right? So if you just say, okay, I'm black and white. So if you just say comma, then go say colors, and that's not the key. So remember, say that's not the key, but you must put a colon inside there. Once you put that colon, and then we can come put our array. Now inside this array, make we start to write the colors we want. So we want red, we want blue, and then we want black. So we get red, blue, black for this Samsung phone. So all this here, this now object. This phone where we don't declare for here as variable, now the object. So if I say I want access this object now, make I say console log phone dot phone name. And if you say we get the phone name. So you can say, make we create a full statement from here. Make I say const result. And this result, we just want to assign them to a string. So I use template literal for here. Then I say I use backtick for this string. So if we say we want a variable, we go say we want declare $sign and curly brace. Now this template literal, this is not just way to the write string and variables together. Now new way to write string and variables together. So make we say we have, then we go say phone dot phone name. We have a, let me say a, then make we do another variable here and make we say we want phone dot color and make we say we want access the second parameter or the second value for this our array. So we want a blue phone, we want another one, and then we go say another $sign and curly brace. Then we go say we want the model, so we go say phone, dot model. All right, so this is going to now tell us say we get Galaxy Z, then we go say 4, and then we go just say we go come write the price. We go say $sign curly brace, and then we go say phone dot price for them. I could just say on console log results, and you see say now it give us say we have a blue Samsung Galaxy Z4, then it give us the price. We fit add the dollar say for real this time, so we fit just say now. So we fit they access our values for inside the object. So make we say we want create a method. What I mean by method? Method are just function inside the object. That's all. Make we say we want column result for here. So we go say result, that's res. And this res, we go just give them our colon, and then we go just assign them to a function. So if we assign them to a function, say function, and this function will be defined for here, an anonymous function. And anonymous function just may say now function we no get name. So we go say this anonymous function now, we want make it return something. So what we want return? Well, we want return the string for here. So we go say make it return us the string for here. So I could just command that log and just say return the string for us. From now on, we're going to need to call the phone dot res. And if we call our phone dot res, remember saying a function, so we're going to need to invoke the function. So we're going to say parentheses. So anytime when we call them like this, if we put them as arrow function. So make we write an arrow function, we're going to help us they find the discount. They give us 10% discount from whatever the price be. We want to write a method for here. We'll say discount. And then we will just call a function. So we'll say we want a fatal function, an anonymous fatal function. And inside here, we could just say, make it just return the price, right? So we could just say phone dot price, and this one dot price, we could just say minus 200. So every time we're going to give us this phone price minus 200. So anytime we call phone dot discount, it's going to give us this result for here. So make we try, make we say phone dot discount. And you see say once we call them, it give us 1,300 instead of the price of 1,200. Likewise, if you even pass parameters into RAM, so if you say, okay, instead of always giving us 200, we won't make it be anything will be passed as the parameter for here. So we can say amount, and now this amount, so we can say phone price minus amount. So we say amount. Anytime we call discount, phone dot discount, the method discount, we're going to need to call the passing the amount we want. So if we say we want to come out 200 now, you go see say they give us the value of 1,300. If we say we want to come out 100, you're going to give us 14. If we say 150, you go see say they give us 1,450 out of the price we get for here. So anytime when we call this phone dot discount, we're going to pass down the amount because we don't define them here. So make it give us the amount. It's going to tell us, oh, this now that, this now. If we say make it come on 1,000, any amount, it will come on that amount inside our method with it here. Another way to say, we can even access the properties for here. Make I console log this one. We even say we want get them with angle brackets. So you can just your angle bracket, like say you want to do an array inside this phone, and then inside this quotes now there you can configure the write the function when you want. So if you access them like this, and you go see work the exact same name. So if I say phone name as a string for inside this array, you go see say it work as Samsung. Remember, say for inside this object, just remember say you know go fit they create variables. So what if say we want to change something for inside this our phone object? What if we want to change the value of one of these properties where they here? So after the object for here, make we say we want to do phone dot, make we change the model. So we go say make the model, make we assign them to Galaxy A53, for example. And now if we check, make we console log phone dot model now. You go see say now we get Samsung A53. If I comment this code out, you go see say we get now that's previous value of Galaxy Z. If you see say we get this A series for here, and if we or comment them, you say we get the value for them. So always know when they mutate your object, always they know how you do them. But for now, that's all we need to learn. I will see you now for the next video. Thank you.